everyone, Chaos Giga here, and welcome to the next episode in the survival series for 1.16. Today we just got 1.16.2's update, which means our data packs and resource packs also had to be updated. So, once again, I've had to re-download Timber and all the other data packs I have. There is something new that I did not notice before, and I'm going to show you that now. Before we go around and look at the base and the decorating I did. I didn't really do too much, to be honest, but I did add some chests and I did clean out the house a little bit, so we've got some more room. Basically, today's episode is going to be about showing you the little bit of changes that we had to our data packs and something new that I learned about the data packs, especially for vanilla tweaks, which I really love. And then we're going to go to the Nether and start making some portals to new biomes, hopefully. If you remember chunk base, that's what we're going to use basically to find these locations on the Nether roof, and basically all I did was look up biomes that I wanted to find on the Nether roof. Well, basically find, and then wrote down the coords close to those locations using the chunk base app, and then I divided that by 8, of course, so that we could use those coords that we get for dividing them by 8 in the Nether, because for every block we travel in the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, which is going to help our traveling a little bit faster. Obviously we could do this, just travel through the overworld to these biomes later on when we have our elytra, but for now we're going to worry about using the Nether to its fullest extent. I also need to find some blaze rods today. First off, let's take a look here. We go to advancements in our escape menu, and we have this little vanilla tweaks menu here. I never noticed this before. I was just obviously playing in the community server that I've joined, and when I hit the pause and I went to advancements to check some advancements, I noticed this little thing was up here. So this actually shows, or lets you know actually, that these mods have been, these data packs have been installed on your game. So you actually can see all the ones that you have. Some of them won't show up on here, which is fine. It's the ones that don't really take that much, like the crafting ones, those won't show up. Another one that I have that shows up on here is the Timber data pack. There is something to note about his data pack, and I'm going to show that now if I can. I don't think I can, no. Okay, well, anyway, when I reinstalled them, I had to go through and do the cheats to reload so that I could activate them. He has allowed for us to now harvest the large fungi, the fungi trees in the Nether, with axes instantly, just like we do trees out here in the overworld, which is freaking amazing. I just can't express how grateful I am for this guy who's created this mod, or team, if it's a team, forgive me. But I really highly recommend that data pack. And again, I'm going to keep calling it mods. I'm going to keep calling data packs mods because that's basically what they are to me. I mean, they just make the game better for me anyway. To each their own. You don't want to use them, you don't have to. But yeah, shout out to the Timber mod or data pack creator, because that is just amazing. So here we are. Let's take a look here. We need to find, I want to go to a jungle biome first, so we need to find 26. Is that right? Yeah, 26 by 595. Okay, that's the one I need. And then I need to go this way. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to lay some torches down on the way there, I think. And when I get there, we'll start building the portal. Alrighty, we made it. So I'm going to put the middle block right where I have it labeled. So you can see at the right hand side there it says target block is 26 127 by 595. That's the exact chords that I wrote down. So we're going to put the middle block there and do this. And this should be our jungle biome. I believe I said that, but I'm not. And I got my torches, bringing us all the way to here. Eventually we'll build a gold farm up here, or at least I'll build a gold farm of magma blocks, because that's all the piglins will spawn on, so we don't have to worry about changing the design of the original gold farm very much. And once again, it's put us in a treetop. And as you can see, our chords are now 196 by 4,748, so That's saved us so much time for traveling by using the Nether. That's why I love doing this. So we came here because we want to find some... There's bamboo right there, but we don't have a real good way to get up here. And look at that. There's a portal right down there. Why didn't it just take us to that one? Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to get down from here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to farm this portal down, and then I'm going to place it down there, because that would be much safer for me. Okay, so I was in the middle of taking down this portal, which I've already done, and I looked over there just for a second, and you see that? You see that right there? That is a temple. We've spawned in that close to a temple. That is awesome. So first things first, we're going to try to find a safe place, or safe way to get down from here. I think if I can find and traverse the vines down a little ways, we should be able to drop down low enough that it won't hurt when we fall to the ground. Just don't want to fall into lava. So here we go. Well, that hurt a little bit, but luckily we have feather falling floor. Okay, so let's get these vines off of these. Oh wow, they changed the look of the iron nuggets. I did have to upgrade the resource pack as well, because obviously we're in 16.2. You know, I'm just going to start taking all of these from now on, and then we'll just melt them down. Alright, so, and that looks awesome too. Wow. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and rebuild this real quick, then we're going to start going through here and trying to explore a little bit. Okay, portal's rebuilt. Let's go ahead and go through and make sure that it connects us to the one we put on the roof. And it does. Okay, perfect. I probably should have explained this earlier. I have been making these portals one wider than they actually need to be. You do not have to make them this wide. I like to make them that wide because I want to be able to get horses sometimes to go through them. It's just something I like to do sometimes, because you can pull a horse through your portal and then use them to ride on the nether roof if you really want to. But I don't always do it whenever I'm doing recording, because sometimes a horse gets lost. So there is that. First things first, we're going to harvest some of these cocoa beans and some of these jungle trees so we can get some saplings. I wonder if I harvest the whole tree. Nope. For some reason that did not. Okay. Having a little problem with my data pack. I might have to save and reload the game. Alright, so the timber data pack doesn't seem to be working at all for chopping things down. So I'm going to have to work with the data pack creator and find out where the issue is on the data pack. But for now, let's just go ahead and go through here. We got to find some bamboo, and I know that the temple was over this direction somewhere. Just gotta be careful because there's a lava pit, I think. Yep, right there. I knew I saw a fire somewhere. Oh, you know, we should probably write these coords down so we don't get lost either. Okay, wrote the coords down for the portal. Let's see what we can't find in here. You gotta be careful because there might be some... Oh, look at that, some birds. Some parrots. You know, I've never had a parrot before, or a bird. You gotta be careful in here because we could find some zombies or creepers. And these things are usually full of traps too, so... So right there is a string. Leads to the dispenser. Yeah, we could also take this mossy cobblestone if we really wanted to as well. But we're not going to bother doing that. Take all those arrows and the dispenser, because that could come in handy. The redstone will come in handy too, so let's get... Wow, this pickaxe is too good for its own good. Got some bamboo already in the chest. That's why I love going to these things before going traveling, because then you can find the bamboo rather easily. Got bones for bone meal, some more iron, some gold. There should be some sticky pistons back in here as well, so that would make it easier for us to make some of those. And I believe... maybe they're upstairs. But yeah, this is where the pistons are, is back here, so we'll go ahead and dig this out and take a look at it. There's another chest in here. And I just want the bones for the bone meal. I think I'm going to get rid of this stick I have on me, just so we can carry more stuff. Because I really want these repeaters too. The repeater. Okay, so that's that. I think that's all we need, because that's what we really came here for, was the bamboo to begin with. So now I gotta find my way back around. I think it was back this way. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not gonna bore you guys with me traveling back to the Nether. As a matter of fact, we got some more bamboo. Perfect. Alright, so while we're back at base here real quick, I'm going to show you. I didn't really do that much decorating on this side because we're not exactly done over here. There's going to be some more buildings and stuff that we're going to build over here because we're going to put some automatic farms and stuff up in here. But yeah, all I basically do is place some lanterns down. I didn't really like the idea of putting the hedge system all the way this direction, so I might do something different over here on this side, because as we're going that way towards my mine, I'm definitely going to make that more industrial, and it's going to be more brickish, so like more late 1800s type style stuff. So we'll probably go with a brick and iron bar fence type of deal along the paths leading up to the buildings. I think that would look a lot cooler anyway. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish dropping off the stuff that I have and using some iron ingots on some of these guys out here that are hurt before heading back to the Nether and looking for blazes. Alright, so the reason why we need blazes is because we need blaze rods. Blaze rods are very helpful in the fact that we can not just make blaze powder out of the blaze rods, which will allow us to make Eyes of Ender and make Ender chest and make Ender eyes so that we can actually open a Ender portal to get to the end and beat the dragon, but also we can make this thing called a brewing station. Brewing stations allow us to make a lot of potions in the game, and one of the most important potions that we're really going to need for the Nether is the fire resistance potion. So why do we need the fire resistance potion when I got fire resistance 4 in my armor? Well, you're going to need both, because both in concert actually help you survive underneath lava so that you can go down and dig for ancient debris, which ancient debris will in turn make our netherite's tools and weapons and armors. So we definitely need to look for some blaze rods. They're going to help us move up in our game a lot quicker. Now I've got my golden helmet on this time, so I don't have to worry about the hoglins actually going after me. I do forget that when I'm in my other worlds, a lot because I'm not used to switching out one of my items of clothing for gold. And it looks like the mushrooms look a lot cooler too. And they really went all out on this resource pack. They've changed a lot of things. I like the new look. Really do. Guys doing a great job on that. So where would I be if I was a blaze? Obviously, nether fortresses are a good place to start. We are in a crimson forest. Probably gonna have to do some more. Oh wow, the pigmen look amazing now too. Oh my goodness, look at the hogs. Now we don't have to worry about thinking that they're these guys over here. That's what I've been running into, where they were the same color as these guys over here, so I couldn't tell them apart whenever they're pretty close or pretty far away from these guys. That's going to be tremendous help. I have really got to figure out where to go here. We're pretty high up in the air. I might have to go down pretty far in order to find some blazes. So we're gonna have to do some traveling, it looks like. So these guys dance whenever they actually kill the hog dudes. That's funny. That's what they start doing whenever they are victorious against the hogs. That is so funny. Just had to show that to you guys. That was hilarious. I think while I'm here, I'm going to also harvest some quartz while I can, because they just killed most of the hogs that are down here, so I don't have to come back here very often. And we're going to have to find a place where there is a fortress or something, because that's the only place we're going to be able to find some blazes. But if I do find some blazes, I will immediately start recording again. Okay, I've been traveling around for a little bit. This is where the old portal used to be at when we first came here. This is the basalt delta that we've seen at that point in time, and then I looked a little bit closer to this, and look what I see. That is another fortress. It's kind of destroyed a little bit, but there's a whole one right here. But that basalt delta has basically just spawned right in the middle of that thing. So we're going to go over here and we're going to see what we can't find. Looks like we got some magma cubes too. We're going to need those for the fire resistance potions too. So hopefully we'll find some more of those down in here too. See if we can't get down here safely. Oh, this looks like a lot bigger than I thought it was. Oh, this is awesome. It is built right into it. Alright, I'm gonna take a minute to go harvest some nether quartz that I see over here. Okay, I just jumped up on the roof here. Right here. And there's a blaze spawner right there. Pretty sure that's what that is. That's usually what they look like, yes. So we've got blazes here. Alright, eat some food real quick, and looks like we got a another skeleton over there too. A wither skeleton, excuse me. Well, this is excellent. I mean, at least I don't have to worry about being over a giant lava pool like normal. Flint and steel, I don't really think I need that. So we've got our blaze rods. Iron horse armor, we'll take that because our horse doesn't have any armor on right now, so. This thing is huge. Oh, look at, we found some diamonds and nether wart. Wow. That is awesome. We've got another saddle now too. This is perfect. Oh my goodness, this thing is way bigger than I was anticipating it to be. Oh my goodness. Take the gold swords, we can always melt them down, but we'll see exactly how much more. Golden horse armor. I think that's gonna do it for now on the armors, the horse armors anyway. Best fortress ever. Oh goodness. Man, they are like spot on with their fire now, it seems like. This thing is so huge. Try not to hit the pigman, zombie pigman. Okay, that's totally bad. All that stuff just fell down in the lava. Oh, we're close to a soul sand valley even. Right over there. There's soul soil. Might be a trip for another time though, when I really need soul soil and stuff like that. Ooh. Oh, no, that stuff didn't fall in the lava. There's just gunpowder and a thing over there. We're not going to really need that. We need gas tiers eventually, but yeah, that'll come in the future. So I think that is about it. I'm going to do some more exploring, see what we can't find down below on the other side there, because there was another downward staircase over here. Did I even go down this way? I don't think I did. So we'll continue exploring here. I apologize if this video is really long for you guys, but this just needs to be done, I think. We need to explore all of this that we can, so we can see exactly where this takes us to. This fortress is so close to the spawn portal. So this leads right out to the lava. And there's some wither skeletons out there. Let's just mine some of this. Mine a hole in this so we can get those guys off that roof out there. Ooh. Didn't realize they were just going to jump right in. They didn't even drop a skull, but we can still get the coal. Don't knock him off! Freaking blazes! It's probably a good idea to make some milk buckets or get some honey bottles before you come in here and start fighting them guys, because then you can get rid of that wither effect. Okay, here's the other downward staircase. Let's go down here and see what we can't find. Not sure if we're going to find anything at all. Oh, look at that, more nether wart. Could always use more nether wart. We're going to have to get some soul sand so we can start growing it. Yeah, this is important to note. This is where you can find the nether warts. And they'll actually be on soul sand, so you could actually just harvest the soul sand that they're growing on. So let's just do that. I'm gonna have to harvest stairs to get them out of the way so I can get back up here. Alright, so we got our soul sands, we can grow that nether wart back at the base at some point in time, so we'll have to make a nether wart farm. And this thing is huge. I can't get over how huge this one is. This is like the biggest fortress I've ever been in. Nice to see that they fixed the original red mushrooms too. Alright, I think I'm going to spend a little bit more time farming some more blazes, because I'm going to want some more blaze rods for the blaze powder. Alright, before we go back to base, I just wanted to show that I found another spawner on this side. It seems like they fixed it to where you can't stop the spawns. I mean, at least there's only one of them spawning now, but I mean, this will make a really easy farm now, since we can make it to where they're just like one at a time spawning in, it seems like. Because it used to be you could block the spawns with blocks. It looks like they've fixed that now. Because I tried the block method and yeah, it's not working. There's still at least one spawning in. But that's okay. That'll make it a little bit easier for us to farm them now. I'm not even going to bother with that one out there because it's wide out in the open where the gas can shoot at me. Where this one right here, I can just come in and yeah, only have to worry about their fire. And with fire resistance 4 on my armor, I'm not taking that much damage at all. So yeah, literally not taking damage at all, really. Got 49 blaze rods. I think we're going to go ahead and head back to the base and discuss what our next episode is going to be about. Alright, home sweet home. As you can see, this is what all I've gotten from the Nether Fortress and just being in the Nether. Got a bunch more Nether quartz so we can start work on our automatic farms in the next episode. And that's right, we're going to start on the automatic farms. I want to make some blaze powder too real quick so we can have, let's try 10 to start, 12 to start. Probably more than that. Let's go ahead and just go with this. So we're gonna need some Eye of Enders and order to make an Ender chest, because I really like to have an Ender chest with me at all times. And let's see. Yeah, that's gonna do it, I think. So literally the next episode we are gonna start on my automatic farms. That is the automatic sugarcane farm, the automatic bamboo farm, which will also automatically feed into our super smelter, which is going to be awesome. And it's going to be a miniature version of the one that I've built in my realms, like I've said before. So it's going to just depend on a minecart, really. It's not going to have a flying machine. I may eventually upgrade it to have a flying machine, but that's when we have a slime chunk found, which I still have yet to find one. Unfortunately. I'm working on that still in my mind as I mine. But we're going to work on automatic farms and definitely start on a building for a brewing station, so we can build a building just specifically for brewing our potions and stuff in, have some storage barrels in there for storing the potions in when we're not needing them at the moment, and just store the supplies for potions. That way we can free up the clutter in this house a little bit more too. So definitely leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you really like these episodes. And like I said, always hit the notification button so that way you get notified whenever I'm going to be posting new vids. I post at least 2 videos a week, mostly Minecraft. I am thinking about doing some other games though, multiplayer games in the future, if you will. Stay tuned, I do plan on doing a video for my realm and the gaming community server that I joined for Minecraft as well. Definitely got a lot of things going on in that, and we hope to see you in the next episode. Peace out.